balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio, Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rob Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
'47th IB continues operations to keep Bohol insurgency-free. Philippines allies launch Kamandag military exercise. DMW says 192 Pinoys set for repatriation from Lebanon starting today. Kadiwa ng Pangulo centers to sell 43 pesos per kilo rice. DA says no limit in buying. Good day everyone, as well to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo, Quezon City. Today is Friday, October 11, and we'll bring you the latest news from the armed forces and other information around the Philippines. I am Rolf Suzon for AFP Community News.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
For the brief overview of our stories, the 47th Infantry Battalion, based in Negros Oriental, is intensifying its operations in Bohol to prevent the resurgence of the New People's Army. 47th IB Commanding Officer Lieutenant Colonel Magno Mapalad emphasized their commitment in stopping the NPA from recruiting or regaining strength in the area. With support from local governments and stakeholders, the said battalion strengthens its territorial defense system, ensuring Bohol remains insurgency-free after neutralizing the lost NPA guerrilla front.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Philippines, United States, Japan, South Korea, the United Kingdom, and Australia launched the Kamandag 08-24 military exercise yesterday, including live fire training off Ilocos Norte. This follows President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s call for adherence to the rule of law during the ASEAN summit regarding West Philippine Sea disputes. The 11-day exercise aims to improve defense capabilities amid rising tensions with China, which has recently harassed Philippine vessels. The drills will also focus on disaster relief and amphibious operations in Palawan.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
Let us hear more updates from Gina about Central Ejercito pushes for 100 billion pesos AFP modernization budget increase.
Yes, Rob, Senate Senior Deputy Majority Leader J.V. Ejercito is pushing for a 100 billion budget increase for the Department of Defense to boost the armed forces of the Philippines Modernization Program. He emphasized the need for enhanced defense capabilities amid rising Chinese aggression in the West Philippine Sea. Moreover, Ejercito warned that the current defense budget is insufficient and called for immediate funding to support the timely acquisition of essential assets like multi-role fighters and frigates under Horizon 3 of the AFP Modernization Plan. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, One AFP for a Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
8 elite Philippine Marine Corps members from the Force Reconnaissance Group successfully participated in the United Kingdom's grueling exercise Cambrian Patrol in Wales. PMC Commandant Major General Arturo Rojas praised their performance, highlighting their dedication and resilience. The Marines navigated through terrain for over 48 hours, completing complex military tasks. Navy spokesperson Commander John Percy Alcoz emphasized that this success demonstrates the PMC's growing capabilities and commitment to international collaboration.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 94th Infantry Battalion facilitated the distribution of 100,000 pesos livelihood grants from the Department of Social Welfare and Development to 5 former rebels at Cabancalan City Hall. Mayor Benji Miranda and City Social Welfare and Development Head Cyril Ramos attended the event, supporting the initiative aimed at helping former rebels build sustainable futures. Lieutenant Colonel Siegfried Tayaban of 94th IV emphasized their commitment to reintegration and lasting peace. This event highlights the government's efforts to provide livelihood opportunities and promote peace in the region.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
And now let's hear a report on the ground about 1,800 security personnel deployed for Mascara Festival 2024. Go on for the details, Shai.
Yes, good afternoon. At least 1,859 security personnel have been deployed to ensure safety during Bacolod's 45th Mascara Festival, running from October 12 to 27. Brigadier General Jack Wanky, Police Regional Office 6 Director, led the send-off ceremony, highlighting past successes in maintaining order. The contingent includes police, fire protection, Coast Guard, Army and disaster risk teams equipped with patrol cars, motorcycles, and fire trucks. The festival's opening event will be held today, with key attractions like the Mascara Street Dance competition on October 27. This is Shai reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Shai.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The Commission on Elections will deputize members of the Philippine National Police and Armed Forces of the Philippines to ensure peaceful 2025 midterm elections. Comic Chair George Erwin Garcia announced this move, emphasizing the need to dismantle private armies that pose threats during elections. He also warned the candidates with private armed group that the COMELEC will use all available resources to protect voters and maintain peace. The formal resolution for AFP and PNP deputization is expected soon.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, around 192 overseas Filipino workers in Lebanon are scheduled for repatriation starting today, October 11. Department of Migrant Workers Secretary Hans Leo Kakdak said the repatriation involves 9 commercial flights between October 11 to 28 to ensure the safe returns of the OFWs. Aside from them, 413 OFWs are awaiting clearance from Lebanese immigration authorities for future repatriation flights. The MW also assured that the repatriated OFWs can receive up to 150,000 pesos financial assistance upon arrival.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
We have a report coming in about Senate President reveals 27 billion pesos cost for mandatory ROTC bill implementation. Go for the details, Beth Tañete.
Senate President Francis Escudero disclosed that implementing the mandatory reserve officer training or training corps bill will require 27.12 billion pesos. He said he would allow the measure to progress through the legislative process. Escudero revealed the cost details after meeting with Defense Secretary Gilbert Chudoro. The funding would be spread across 3 phases with expenses covering trainers, student uniforms, and operational needs. This is Beth Taneta reporting for the AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tañete.
DWDD National News.
A total of 41 kadiwa ng Pangulo Centers will sell well-milled rice at 43 pesos per kilo starting today. This is part of the Department of Agriculture's Rice for All program. DA spokesperson Arnel de Mesa also said that there is no limit in buying. He also explained that consumers can purchase as much as they want. De Mesa attributed the lower rice prices to the decline in global rice prices.
DWDD National News.
35 of the 190 party list groups that filed their candidates of candidacy or certificates of candidacy and certificates of nomination and acceptance have not been accredited. Commission on Elections Chair George Erwin Garcia said that 35 groups had petitions that were dismissed or rejected, or their motions for reconsiderations were not approved, but they decided to file anyway. Garcia surmised that this could be part of their strategy for bringing their case to the Supreme Court. Under the law, partyless groups receive at least 2% of the total votes for the partyless system shall be entitled to 1 guaranteed seat each.
Armed Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let us hear more from Leonor about AFP gears up for 2025 election season in Negros Oriental.
Forces of the Philippines is preparing early for the 2025 election season in Negros Oriental set to begin in January. In coordination with the Negros Oriental Police Provincial Office, the AFP aims to ensure peace and security during the elections. According to Police Lieutenant Stephen Jenard Polinar, spokesperson for the Provincial Police, the AFP plays a critical role in managing potential threats, particularly political rivalries. Although the Commission on Elections has yet to call for a Provincial Joint Security Control Center meeting, the AFP and police are already mapping out security strategies. The AFP is expected to provide additional manpower and resources to support a peaceful and orderly election process. This is Lunar reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Leonor.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, Mount Canlaon in Negros Island emitted at least 5,000 tons of sulfur dioxide last Thursday evening. Fivox shared a video taken at 8:30 p.m. that showed the continuous degassing from the summit crater of Canlaon volcano. According to the agency, it has been continuously degassing elevated concentrations of sulfur dioxide since it erupted last June 3. Alert level 2 is currently in effect over Canlaon volcano.
DWDD National News.
On the other hand, the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology said the smog observed in Metro Manila is primarily due to anthropogenic pollutants and not volcanic smog from the Taal volcano. Based on its visual monitoring, FIVOS said the fog remains concentrated over the Taal caldera region. Taal volcano had a minor phreatic eruption producing a plume that reached a height of 2.8 kilometers. However, FIVOS said the air quality in Metro Manila has not been adversely affected by Taal's volcanic activity.
Armed Forces Radio.
And for other updates, let us hear the details about Camp Aquino Hospital and 71st IB provide health services to Tarlac community. Go ahead, Kevin.
Aquino Station Hospital, in partnership with the 71st Infantry Battalion, conducted a successful medical, dental, and pediatric outreach program in Sitio Dueg, Barangay Maasin, San Clemente, Tarlac. The initiative offered essential healthcare services, including 205 medical consultations, 75 dental procedures, and care for 100 pediatric beneficiaries. The program also distributed gifts and clothing to local residents, showcasing the Philippine Army's commitment in supporting underserved communities and improving access to vital healthcare services. This is Kevin reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Kevin.
DWDD National News.
President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. thanked Australia for its consistent support to the Philippines' position on ensuring maritime security. During the ASEAN-Australia Summit, Marcos recognized Australia for its support for the rule of the law for the 1982 UN clause and the binding 2016 RB12 award. He said the support is not only through timely statements, but also through capacity building and academic initiatives to mainstream appreciation of international law. Marcos added that the celebration of the Philippines' 50 years of relations with Australia was a testament to the consistent and positive role it has played in ensuring peace and stability in the region and Indo-Pacific.
DWDD National News.
House Speaker Martin Romualdez backed President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s call for a swift conclusion of negotiations on the ASEAN-China Code of Conduct. This is to ensure peace and stability in the South China Sea. Romualdez said the swift finalization of the COC is essential in the pursuit of a peaceful resolution to disputes in the South China Sea, managing tensions and preventing future conflicts. He also added that the House of Representatives stands solidly behind President Marcos in his efforts to secure a common ground for all stakeholders towards greater cooperation and security in the area.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Solcom, let us hear from Jess about a 3-day deradicalization program helps reintegrate 50 former rebels in Daraga Albay.
The 903rd Infantry Patriot Brigade held a 3-day former rebel deradicalization program from October 2 to 4, 2024 in Barangay Villahermosa, Daraga, Albay. The program aimed to help 50 former rebels reintegrate into civilian life through skills training, psychological counseling, and community activities. The initiative focused on providing livelihood opportunities, housing, and education to prevent future radicalization. During the closing ceremony, the ILG Sorsogon Provincial Director Arnel Renato L. Madredeo emphasized the importance of addressing the root causes of the conflict to support lasting peace. Brigade Commander Brigadier General Jose Rique Ilaniog stressed that collaboration among government agencies, communities, and NGOs is the key to the program's success. The event was made possible through the efforts of the 31st Infantry Battalion, the ILG, DOLE, DSWD, TESDA, and other partners. This is Jess from Solcom reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jess from Solcom.
DWDD National News.
OFW Party List Representative Marisa Magsino has expressed alarm over the report that 20 Filipino women were reportedly brought by a Philippine agency to Cambodia to become surrogate mothers. Magsino said this heinous act of exploiting vulnerable Filipino women to provide babies for an infant trafficking syndicate is a grave violation of their human rights. The Philippine Embassy in Cambodia earlier confirmed the rescue of 20 Filipinas by the Cambodian National Police last September 23. 13 of them are already in various stages of pregnancy.
DWDD National News.
A Thai fiber cement manufacturer is planning to invest 2.9 billion pesos in the Philippines for the production of the fiber cement building materials for local and export markets. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. announced this following his meeting with the top executives of the manufacturing firm, the Shera Public Company in Vientiane, Laos. Marcos said he is hoping that if things go well, the companies can use the Philippines as a center hub for export to wherever else other markets they might want to enter. The president also commended the company for being ahead of the curve of incorporating the environmental aspect of their planned operation.
Armed Forces Radio Report.
And more updates from Ella Mercado about authorities nab a ranked number 7 most wanted person in Pasig City.
The operatives of Pasig City Police Station Warrant and Subpoena Section, together with personnel of Women and Children's Protection Desk, arrested a wanted person in a manhunt operation conducted in Barangay Canyogan, Pasig City. According to the report submitted to Police Colonel Hendrix Mangaldan, Chief of Police, the arrested wanted person, identified as an 18-year-old alias CJ, considered to be a top 7 most wanted person for the month of October. CJ is now under the custody of Pasig City Police Station, facing the crimes 3 counts of rape under Article 266-A, Paragraph 1 of the Revised Penal Code as amended in relation to Section 5, Paragraph A of Republic Act 8369, with bail recommended of 200,000 pesos each case, and 3 counts of rape under Article 266-A, Paragraph 2 of the Revised Penal Code as amended by Republic Act 8353 in relation to Section 5, Paragraph A of Republic Act 8369, with bail recommended of 120,000 pesos each. CJ was arrested by virtue of warrant of arrest issued by RTC Branch 159 Pasig City dated September 12, 2024. This is Ella Mercado reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Ella Mercado.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Education announced that it has partnered with the Bureau of Jail Management and Penology to enhance educational access for persons deprived of liberty through the alternate learning system. DepEd stated that the memorandum of agreement underscored the two agencies' shared commitment to improve the well-being and educational rights of PDLs. They also recognized education as a key component in rehabilitation and reintegration. DepEd said this agreement also highlights its ongoing commitment to social justice and its mission to reach marginalized and undeserved population.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
That's all for today's broadcast. Thank you for joining us, especially to our audience in our Facebook page, AFP Radio DWDD. Don't forget to tune in next week for more updates, same time and same station. Again, this is Ralph Susan for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
47th IB continues operations to keep Bohol insurgency free.